Hello Fellow-litas, I'm Ellie Vyra and I am a Swolita, which means that I am not only plus size, I am very tall and muscular. So I struggle to find brand items especially, but items in general that will fit me when I'm in Lolita fashion. This is part of a series of videos that I'm going to be doing that will hopefully help educate other Swolitas on what will work and what won't work as far as fitting into brand. Some of you are gonna hate me, please don't shoot me, but I got 2 dresses from Metamorphose. The dresses within this box are nearly identical. They are the heliotrope colorway of the Magical Artefact series by Metamorphose, but I am somewhere in the middle of the range for both the plus size version and the plus size version. And I'm very, very lucky to be able to afford 2 of these dresses. So I thought I would do a very expensive experiment and see for once and for all which of these sizes is a better fit for my Swolita body. Will the plus size work? Will the regular plus size work? I will compare and contrast them, and hopefully any and all questions that you've got on Metamorphose's plus size range will be answered enough. Now I will mention that I am not going to keep both of these dresses. I did get them in the same colorway because I wanted to make sure that I was able to keep my favorite colorway, but in an ideal world, whichever one of these does not fit me as well, I would like to trade it for one of the other colorways because I can imagine that this is going to be one of my all-time favorite dresses. It was already my dream dress before I got it, before they released it in a size that was accommodating of my body type. Don't wave scissors around, kids, don't do it, it's a bad idea. Okay, we're in, folks. And inside I have a meta bag. They've also sent me some stickers, which include a jam jar, very cute, and some information on returns and exchanges. And here we have the dresses. Looking at the package, I cannot tell which one is which. They seem pretty identical, and they didn't come with hangers. So I'm gonna go get some hangers and hang these babies up, and then we will measure them and stuff. Okay, so here we are in my squat rack, which makes also a very convenient clothing rack. And we have out of the package 2 brand new heliotrope dresses. Which one is which? I honestly could not tell at a glance. They have tags in the same place, and the tags have the same numbers on them. This one, the only difference between this tag and this tag is that this one says 005 at the bottom, and this one says 006.
Okay, so I'm a bit of an idiot. This tag does say Pudasu Saizu, and this one says Pudasu Saizu.
And I flip towards the inside to look at the lining, which is this beautiful dark purple, by the way. They've got extra buttons here. The brand tag also doesn't say anything. So looking at them from the front, they look pretty much identical. Looking at them lengthwise, they look to be pretty much the exact same length in the skirt and also through the bust. They line up pretty much exactly. But when you turn them around, that's where you start to see the difference. Because from the back, you can see that this one's actually got a lot more fabric that's been folded back with these waist ties. So this one is clearly the plus size, and this one is clearly the plus size. So let's take out our tape measure and get some handy stats. The real way we're going to be able to figure out the sizing on this is by measuring the back where it's sheared. Because the fronts look to be about the same proportion across, front and waist. So the real difference maker is how much shearing and fabric there is in the back. So straight across, unstretched, the plus size has about 45 centimeters of shirring, unstretched. And when it stretches out, it looks like we get about 60 centimeters of stretch. Based on the patterning, that looks to be the same case for the waist. And for plus size, shirring clocks in at 52.5 centimeters, and when stretched, about 64 centimeters. So that's where the difference on these two dresses is. Lengthwise, they look about the same. If there is a difference, it's negligible. And comparing the length of the waist ties themselves, which really should be sizing up if the dress is sizing up, the plus size has a longer waist tie. So this is actually really good. This is the sign of a quality pattern when it comes to the design. It is my personal pet peeve when somebody scales up a design but doesn't scale up the details. So the extra small JSK will have the same size bow on the front as the extra large JSK, and that means that it'll look great and very well proportioned on the smaller sizes that it was originally designed for, probably. And then once you get to the larger sizes, it looks like a little tiny dinky bow in the middle that doesn't do anything, and all the plus size Swolitas get screwed. This is true of costumers too, and costume patterns are like this too. Always be wary of when the details don't size up. It is sus. But nothing suspicious here. I wonder how these would stack up to the regular size, but I'm guessing both of them have longer waist ties also. And can we just appreciate how beautiful these waist ties are? They're super simple, but they've got these little charms on the bottom and this lace on the edge. Beautiful. All right, so we've measured these out. Next step is for me to try them on and show you what that looks like. So here we have the single plus JSK, and my first impression is that it fits me completely perfectly. This is my very best bra that I'm wearing under this, and in it I have a bust of about 115 centimeters. My waist at the moment, since I'm retaining a lot of water, is about 99 centimeters, and honestly, this fits like a dream. If it hadn't been for the crappy quality of my blouse and not being able to raise my arms very much, I would have said that it went on very easy. It ties with plenty of room in the back at the waist ties. The straps will not need to be adjusted to fit me. The waist falls at my natural waist pretty much, and here's where I should mention that I'm about 6 feet tall. I'm 5'11" barefoot, so the second my shoes are on, I'm 6 feet tall, and this is plenty long. It's covering my gigantic organza hoof hybrid petticoat from Me Likes Tea quite well. I will pop up on the side here to show you that this is the length with my knee. I would say that in the future, a regular plus size is probably going to be a fine fit for me, but I have also ordered plus sizes in the past from Meta and really liked them. So today we will put it to the test. Is plus better or is plus better? Time to change. And now, as if by magic, I am in the plus size, and I noticed something right away in putting it on. I did not need my partner's help in getting it over my head, even though I couldn't lift my arms very well, because this one has so much more room to maneuver with. However, I have noticed that it does seem to have a little bit of extra room all around. It's looser all over. My waist ties are tied, as are the neck ties, and it still feels like there's room to go. The other thing is that this is a much fuller skirt, which means that overall I would say that I look bigger and I'm taking up more room, and the skirt feels a bit heavier, and my petticoat is having trouble keeping it up, whereas with the other one it was totally fine. But otherwise, straps are hitting me at the same place. Waist is hitting me further down, which is actually closer to my natural waist, but I think proportionally it doesn't make me look as slim as the other one did. And then to give you a sense of the length, here is where it hits me lengthwise. So very similar. The details are just as beautiful on this one. I would say that the front bow looks to be the same size on both of them, so that stuff I was saying earlier about attention to detail might be a little less attentive for the plus size, but I think it still looks great. I think given how the other one fit me just fine and how it's really the blouse's fault that I couldn't get it on and off easily on my own, I gotta give it to the single plus size. And that means that this plus size, as soon as I take it off, is going up on Lace Market. So if you are a plus size Lolita and you need a lot of extra space, I am going to give this one up for you. Though if you do have a single plus size in a different colorway that you'd like to trade for this larger one in this colorway, call me. And here I am in a much better blouse and a more appropriate coordinate for this absolutely incredible dress. Well, I hope this answers your questions about the differences between the plus size and the plus size for Metamorphose temps de Fille, which I've just pronounced incorrectly, I'm sure. That's all I got. This is going to be the first in a series of things, so if you are a tall and or plus size or buff Lolita, please give me a like, share, subscribe, whatever you got in you, and I hope you'll stick around for another video. Look for this baby coming to a Lace Market near you.
If you've got this in Viridian, but you'd rather have the heliotrope, get in touch. Bye!